Today, we picked up 3 Too Good To Goes for a total of just over $25. The first $10 paid for these 2 meals and all these extras. The second $5 paid for all 5 of these pastries. That's actually a platter, not a plate. The last $10 paid for 3 large cups of rice and 3 large cups of vegetable. Our first Too Good To Go stop was at Sudha at Dillis Town Center. This was a morning pickup. Got our food, put it in the back of the car. I was really hungry, so I took an item that was already ready made. It was a tuna wrap and ate it on the way home. It was delicious. Okay, our first stop was Sudha, and this is the first of 3 today. And the way that Suda's works is they have a hotline of food where you can help yourself. But we got there at 11 o'clock, which is the very beginning of the pickup window. It's from 11 to 5. And we got 2, well, what they call magic bags or surprise bags or whatever. We got 2 of those, and they hadn't set up the hotline yet because they open as a restaurant at 11:30. And it's kind of like they have a stated price for like coming in and having a meal, but it's pay what you can. So if you walk in and you don't have any money, they just give you your meal. They also provide food to shelters, to people who have food insecurities. They also operate as a food bank, and we're going to get to that when we get through the extras. But what you get with your magic bag is usually stuff you help yourself in hotline. Like I said, we got there early, so they packed the bread separately. We got, in our magic bag of 2, we got 2. This looks like garlic naan. Nice. So 3. 3 garlic naans. Yep. So there's that. I got to take pictures to submit to Too Good To Go. They do like you to send in pictures of what you got so that they can determine whether people on Too Good To Go are complying with the regulations, because you're supposed to get 3 times the value of what you paid. Each magic box from Sudha is $4.99, and I feel like it's a good deal. So what's in the first one? So they packed it up. It looks like curried vegetables. It almost looks like, I think it's a vegetable tikka masala. And then there's a large portion of rice. I'm going to open up the other one. They do not promise variety. Every time I've been in there, there's some nice older people chopping up vegetables. So I think they basically just prepare what they're preparing. I think they do get a lot of donated vegetables, and then they just prepare it. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in color, and the sauce seems to be thicker. But both of them, this I think is a potato curry, and this I think is a dal, and it looks like yellow lentils. So I think we got a nice big portion of dal and a nice big portion of, what's it called? Potato bhaji? Might be potato bhaji. Potato curry, and lots of rice. So let me get pictures of that before I do anything else. All right, so in addition to the vegetarian hot items, so we got the 3 naan and then the 2 different kinds of curry and the rice, and both of my kids are off eating that. It smells delicious once I heated it up. There's the other portion of what they offer, and that is they operate as a place where businesses can donate food that's about to go. Well, it's about to meet its best by date. So here's the whole box, and they just let me help themselves. There was like 2 big crates of bread. There was 2 big crates of like prepared things. As I was in the middle of selecting items, she came out and said, like, we have eggs as well. So I got, let's see, this is a cage-free large white. They all look perfect. So we got a dozen eggs. And there was also another smaller carton of eggs. Trader Joe's donates a lot of stuff. And again, they just let you select whatever you want. I could have probably gotten like twice this, but we don't need that much. And plus, we're doing more Too Good To Go pickups later on today. So these are the 6 large brown eggs. Again, Trader Joe's. This is actually good because we're on our last dozen of eggs. I haven't ordered from Hungry Harvest in a while. Also, everything here is close to its expiration date, so you definitely don't want to pick up too much stuff because then it will go bad. And most of the stuff that I got is prepared fresh food. So these are rolls, and I'm honestly not sure. The rest of it was just like sliced bread of varying types. I could have gotten plain rolls too. They look like poppy seed and some sort of caramelized onion, and it's Food Lovers Market Balducci's. So balducci's.com. Rolls. I have no idea what these are. I guess we're going to find out. I'll try and pack it up here once I find out what these are. So we got half a dozen rolls. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, this is what my oldest found. I almost overlooked this. This is Cabot Extra Sharp. Extra Sharp Cabot cheddar cheese. And I don't see an expiration date on that. Yeah. So, but I'm one of those weirdos that, like, if I find a bad spot on cheese, I just cut it off anyway. But we will probably, since I don't have the expiration date on here, we will probably use this very soon, today or tomorrow. And then these were kind of cool. They are a little bit battered, and I think that's probably why people did not select them, but it looks like there's 3 in here. What's the servings I say? 4 servings per container. Yeah, there might be. Yes, there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's either 1. I think there's 4. Anyway, so it is Trader Joe's Chicken Enchiladas Verde White Chicken Meat, Monterey Jack, and Cotija. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. With a mildly spicy green chili sauce. This needs to be used today. So this is the chicken enchiladas from Trader Joe's. I've never had them, but Trader Joe's tends to have pretty good stuff. What else? This one surprised me. Uncured, dry rubbed, sliced bacon raised without antibiotics. This is, again, Trader Joe's. They don't just have vegetarian stuff. When I first started going to pick up Too Good to Go from Sudha, it was all vegetarian stuff. But I think they realized they were leaving a bunch of donated food on the table that was just going to be thrown away. All the stuff that's sold on the hotline and then like magic bags that you get that they, either hand you or you help yourself to, that's all vegetarian. Because it's run by a family, bunch of people from India, I think. So it's, along with Hindu dietary stuff. Okay, so we got the chicken enchiladas. We also got the classic Greek salad. I thought I got a Waldorf salad. They had them there, but I don't think I picked them up. So we got the classic Greek salad. And we got the Trader Joe's organic coleslaw kit, green cabbage, red cabbage, and carrots with a creamy sweet dressing. And I think that's packed. Yeah, it's packed on top. So there's that. We're going to be eating a lot of salad. And now I kind of regret not picking up the Waldorf salad. But you know what? I can make it myself. And it gives me another excuse to go back to Sudha maybe Thursday. This is Tuesday, by the way. And then this was cool. They had the Trader Joe's hot pico de gallo salsa. So that's awesome. And so we got all of this. Let's spread it out so it looks attractive for the shot. So 18 eggs, half a dozen rolls, sharp cheddar, some bacon, prepared enchiladas, Greek salad, coleslaw kit, and pico de gallo. And that was just all like in addition. Like I said, I could have gotten more, but I don't want to be greedy. And again, this is all stuff that should be used up either today or tomorrow. We have a lot of bread already. These will probably go in the freezer. This, I'm probably going to cook this up, put it in a bag, put that in the freezer as well. The eggs will be fine for a while, but the cheddar, the enchiladas, and the salads probably should be eaten soon. And this, I might freeze this. When is it supposed to be used by? Oh, we've got some time. We've got a couple of days. So that might go into some kind of dinner maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Where's my... Oh, there's my towel. But anyway, you know the drill. Wait. This is not the end of this video. We still have 2 more places to go. But this is what we got in addition to the 2 hot meals from Sudha. I do recommend them. They're out at Dulles Town Center, so they're a little far from where we are. But I've never been disappointed, and often I've been like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we got all this food." So for $10, the two hot meals and all this feels very good value. And we'll be back when we do our 2 p.m. pickup. And it's 2 o'clock and time for our next Too Good to Go pickup. Fairfax Bakery at 2 o'clock, and we've got the one magic bag. Um, these magic bags from Fairfax Bakery are also $4.99, just like the ones that Anna Sudha earlier. Like I said, we've been there several times. I've never been disappointed. I think one time we got like mostly what they call like Turkish bagels. It is a Mediterranean bakery, so they have some sweet stuff and some savory stuff. We've never been disappointed, although one time we kind of had a lack of variety, but that hasn't happened for a long time. Usually, pretty even mix of sweet and savory. All right, so what do we got today? I believe this is a pogacha. We've had them stuffed with feta. We've had one that was potato. That was actually really good. And then once, I think it was like a spinach. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what this pogacha is. And then we've got, oh, nice. I love these. They are, if I'm not mistaken, this one is a cherry cupcake. And as you can see, I have big hands, but as you can see, this is a huge cupcake. So far we've got one savory, one sweet. What else have we got here? These, I think that this is a ham and cheese, like a croissant type of roll up. These are always really good. So another savory item. And what's next? Ooh, some more cupcakes. Oh wow, I think one of my kids is gonna like this. It's an Oreo streusel cupcake. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a hit with my kids. All right, and what else is in here? One more thing. I do not know what this is. It's frosted. I've never had a frosted cupcake from them before. And it's got what looks like walnuts at the top. What is the cup? Oh yeah, it is like a very dark chocolate. So you got a chocolate frosted cupcakes with walnuts on the top. So yeah, 5 pastries, which is pretty standard. They usually give you 5 in a bag. And this magic bag is $4.99. Like I said, we've never been disappointed, and this is a pretty good representation of what we usually get. I will try and tack on one of the other videos that I've done reviewing them from Too Good To Go. That was at a time when I got 2 magic bags, and it was super duper variety. But yeah, I really like this place. It's called Fairfax Bakery, and it's in Fairfax. I'm curious. I'm just gonna cut up. Let me get a picture first, and then we'll cut up these two and see what is in them. All right, let's see what's in these bad boys. Usually, when we've gotten these, they've been ham and cheddar, and they're very good in my experience. All right, let's see what's inside. I think it might be cheese and turkey. That's what's in there. Yeah, there is some cheese. There's just not a whole lot of cheese in the inside, but you can see the cheese at both ends. So, and then let's see what's in the pogacha. It's a meat one. Nice. We haven't had a meat pagacha in a while. These are fantastic. So, and that's what we've got. I'm gonna open these up and take a picture of the cut sides, and then we'll see you at 3 o'clock. Third and final stop, California Fish Grille. I don't think I've ever done three Too Good to Goes in one day. Our third and final stop of the day was California Fish Grille. We've been here before, and so this is 2 magic bags or surprise bags, $5 a piece each bag. They're extremely generous. When they say sides, I'm always envisioning something about this tall. This an extremely generous side of street corn. That's probably like at least 2 sides in there. What else is in the? I think last time they gave us like seasoned cauliflower, steamed zucchini, street corn, brown rice, white rice, and cauliflower rice. I may have repeated myself there. Probably did. That's white rice. Sandy, because Bob wanted some chili today. Heat that up and serve that over rice. And brown rice. It's always nice to have around. Okay, that's the first magic bag. I had to like fiddle around and like rearrange things, so I don't know if all of those like grains. I don't think all those came in like one bag. I think they don't generally put like more than one rice in a bag. Oh, more of the zucchini. The zucchini is fantastic, by the way. And oh, we've got, this is the cauliflower rice. Yeah. Yes, that's the cauliflower rice. And white rice, which is fine with me because our family eats a lot of rice. So for $10 for 2 magic bags, we got 2 cups of white rice, 1 cup of brown rice, 1 cup of cauliflower rice, but it's cauliflower, 1 large cup of zucchini, and 1 stuffed full container of street corn. So, I mean, I feel like that's a good deal for $10. I feel like I need to bring attention to the fact that all 3 of these pickups, which is honestly probably enough if we had to. We're not going to do it this way, but if we had to, all 4 of us could probably eat off of the food that we got today. And we've got vegetables. There was plenty of vegetables from Sudha, both in the hot prepared meals and also in the extras that we got. And then the pastries that we got from Fairfax Bakery. That was all just over $25. And there's plenty of food for 4 people for at least 1 day, probably more like 2 days. So I feel like it's a very good deal. Anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, I have to take some shots of this. If you made it to the end of this video, I hope you found it interesting and informative. If you have any questions about Too Good to Go, I've been doing this for a while, drop them in the comments. I'll answer as best as I can. I do feel like it's a great program for reducing food waste and also being able to try new things without blowing your entire budget on restaurant meals. But that's about it. If you liked, if you enjoyed this, please feel free to click like and subscribe. But even if you don't, I hope you have a fantastic day.